Twitch, YouTube, Bach. We are back. Fuck Facebook for now. The lion is out. Oh yeah. I'm back. It's going to be a short one because I've already been going for an hour.
And defend their plans. And while they are busy talking, the world moves past them. Results, however, do not wait. Results speak louder than words because they cannot be ignored, denied, or dismissed. They command attention, respect, and opportunity. Every result you create is a statement that no words could ever match, and it introduces you to the world with authority, credibility, and undeniable power. Think about the most successful people you know. Did they earn recognition by explaining what they intended to do or by producing what they promised to do? Every achievement starts quietly, often in isolation, with focused action, discipline, and relentless effort. And when the achievement is ready, it announces itself in a way that no self-promotion can replicate. Your results are not just accomplishments. They are your reputation, your credibility, and your proof to the world that you are capable of more than anyone anticipated. Talking about what you will do is easy. Producing results is hard. That is why the majority never achieve greatness. While others are busy making excuses or justifying their intentions, you have the opportunity to quietly build, consistently improve, and create outcomes that speak volumes. Results are not about luck, nor about permission. They are about effort, consistency, and mastery. Every hour you spend working in silence, learning, refining, and growing multiplies the impact of the results you will eventually reveal. When you allow your results to do the talking, you eliminate the need for approval or validation. You remove the distraction of opinions that do not serve your purpose. People will judge less, admire more, and listen closely when they witness proof of your ability. There is a level of respect that can only be earned through achievement. It is impossible to fake, impossible to argue with, and impossible to ignore. Your results become your introduction, your legacy, and your influence all at once. Many fail to realize the power of results because they chase recognition before accomplishment. They believe visibility comes from noise, marketing, or talking about what they're going to do. Visibility built on words alone is fragile. It fades the moment the first expectation goes unmet. Results, on the other hand, are permanent. They create momentum, attract opportunity, and inspire respect. They are the unmistakable evidence that you are a force to be reckoned with. Every action you take, every habit you form, every discipline you enforce, quietly builds the foundation for results that cannot be ignored. While others chase applause and validation, you focus on impact. While others spend energy explaining, you invest energy creating. And when your results appear, they introduce you as someone who does not just talk, someone who delivers. This is the kind of introduction that opens doors, commands attention, and positions you as a leader in any arena you enter. Let the world underestimate you. Let others doubt you. Let them talk while you act. Because results are not only louder than words, they are irrefutable evidence. They are proof of commitment, proof of resilience, proof that you are willing to do what others are not. And when people finally witness the outcomes of your work, they will recognize not just what you have done, but the effort, strategy, and discipline behind it. This recognition is far more powerful than anything you could ever say in explanation or justification. Your results do not just serve as an introduction to the world, they redefine the perception of who you are. They eliminate doubt, silence critics, and position you as someone who commands respect without demanding it. They communicate confidence, capability, and character. In every room you enter, in every opportunity you pursue, your results speak before you do, creating influence that words alone cannot achieve. 2026 is the year to embrace this principle fully. Stop over-explaining. Stop seeking approval for what you are planning. Stop justifying your ambitions to those who cannot understand them. Instead, focus on producing outcomes that cannot be ignored. Let your discipline, consistency, and relentless effort shape Results so powerful that they introduce you to the world more effectively than any words, pitch, or claim ever could. Remember, words can inspire, but results command. Results are undeniable. Results leave a mark. And your results, when cultivated with focus, courage, and relentless action, will be the loudest introduction you ever make. One that echoes far beyond any conversation, post, or promise. Your results will not just define 2026, they will define your future, your reputation, and your legacy. Focus on delivering, executing, and creating. Let the world see the proof of your ambition, the reality of your dedication, and the tangible outcomes of your relentless focus. Your results are not just an introduction, they are your signature, your authority, and your most powerful message. Focus requires detachment from noise, opinions, and validation. To achieve greatness, you must learn to step away from the distractions that consume the attention of ordinary people. Every opinion offered without insight, every demand for your approval, every conversation that drifts into judgment or criticism is a subtle thief of your energy.
Ute, Papa, ute.
But those who achieve extraordinary results understand that clarity
Ute, Papa,
emerges only when
ute,
distractions
ute,
are
ute.
ignored, and attention is guarded fiercely. Most people are addicted to external validation. They seek approval for every decision, explanation for every plan, and reassurance for every step. But ambition does not thrive on applause. Success does not depend on others understanding your journey. Your focus, your drive, and your actions are what matter. To focus, you must detach from the constant pull of other people's opinions. You must recognize that seeking validation is a silent killer of progress. The more you chase approval, the more diluted your energy becomes, and the farther you drift from your goals. Noise is everywhere, in social media, in conversations, in emails, and even in well-meaning advice. But distraction masquerades as opportunity far too often. When you allow noise to penetrate your mind, it fragments your attention, slows your decisions, and weakens your momentum. The people who succeed understand that detachment is not isolation. It is strategic protection of the one thing that determines results, your focus. When you shield yourself from unnecessary input, your mind sharpens. Every decision becomes clearer, every action more deliberate, and every goal more attainable. Detachment from opinions also cultivates independence. When you are no longer swayed by what others think, you gain the freedom to act without hesitation. Your confidence does not depend on agreement, it depends on preparation. Your power does not rely on approval, it relies on your ability to execute. The noise of doubters cannot penetrate a mind committed to growth. The chatter of skeptics fades in the presence of disciplined effort. And the more you detach, speak. Validation is another silent killer of ambition. The need to be understood, liked, or recognized before achieving anything consumes the very energy required to make progress. Rely on validation are prisoners of external opinion, while those who detach create moments between criticism that can teach you something and noise that only seeks to distract you. You must prioritize action over conversation, execution over explanation. When you master this, detachment, your focus becomes unstoppable. Your mind is no longer fragmented by endless debates, conflicting advice, or the desire to be understood. Instead, it is laser-focused on the goals that will define your life, your career, and your legacy. The ability to detach from noise, opinions, and validation also protects your energy for what truly matters, consistent action. The world is full of talkers, critics, and spectators. Most of them will never take meaningful steps themselves, yet they will attempt to pull you into arguments, debates, and distractions. The difference between average people and high achievers is simple. Those who focus do not engage with the noise, they engage with the work. The more disciplined your detachment, the more unstoppable your momentum becomes. Every great accomplishment in history has required the ability to detach. Inventors, entrepreneurs, leaders, and pioneers achieved results not because everyone supported them, but because they refused to let opinions dictate their actions. They prioritized execution over discussion, action over approval, and results over explanation. Their focus was their power, and their detachment allowed them to cultivate it without interruption. Your journey in 2026 should mirror this principle. Energy spent defending, explaining, or validating is energy lost forever. Step closer to your goal. Detachment is not an act of arrogance, it is an act of intelligence. It is an understanding that your time, attention, validation, or approval, but on a singular, unwavering commitment to your own vision. In 2026, focus on the work that matters. The fewer explanations you offer, the more energy you have to execute. The less you seek approval, the more power you develop. The quieter you become, the stronger your results will speak. Focus requires detachment because greatness cannot coexist with distraction. Ambition cannot grow in the presence of constant judgment. Progress cannot be made when energy is spent pleasing others. The extraordinary are not swayed by the noise of the world. They are driven by purpose, strengthened by discipline, and guided by the results that emerge from their unwavering focus. Detach. Protect your energy, ignore the noise, pursue your purpose, execute relentlessly. Let your results, not your words, define who you are. The power of focus lies in detachment, and those who master it will make 2026 a year of unstoppable growth, achievement, and undeniable impact. The disciplined mind grows in silence. It is in the quiet moments, away from distractions and the endless chatter of the world, that true power is forged. While others waste their days seeking attention, validating themselves through social media, or reacting to every opinion, the disciplined person understands that growth is not a performance. It is a process. Silence is not empty. It is fertile soil. In this soil, focus takes root, habits are cultivated, and the mind strengthens in ways that noise could never allow. Most people misunderstand silence. They think that talking, performing, and constantly explaining themselves is a sign of progress. They believe recognition comes from how loudly they can make themselves heard. But real growth, the kind that transforms dreams into results, occurs when the mind is quiet, observant, and fully dedicated to self-mastery. In silence, distractions ade, and the mind's energy is no longer scattered across endless opinions, doubts, and interruptions. It becomes concentrated, sharp, and capable of producing work that speaks for itself. The disciplined mind does not seek validation. It does not need applause to feel motivated. It does not measure success by comparison or the approval of others. Instead, it relies on its own standards, its own goals, and its own unwavering commitment to improvement. In silence, the mind develops self-reliance, resilience, and clarity. It is free from the influence of criticism, the pull of